In September of 2021, the SASPI team, 3 members, went to the Hotel Monte Vista in Flagstaff, Arizona for an investigation. This hotel is located along the old Route 66. It was opened New Year's Day 1927, and it's on the National Register of Historic Places. There are some famous people that are reported to have stayed there, such as John Wayne, Bing Crosby, Spencer Tracy, I think Jane Russell, and a few others who were, back in the 50s they would do movies in that area, and a lot of those people would stay there because that was the best hotel in that area. They, like I said, they opened in 1927, so they opened during Prohibition, and reportedly they ran a bootlegging operation there. And it was Flagstaff's most popular speakeasy, so they say. It was raided by some local officials in 1931, and they shut it down, but a couple of years later, when Prohibition ended, they resumed operations. They even had supposedly some slot machines in the lobby for a few years. Oh yeah, I forgot one other famous person that reportedly stayed there was Gary Cooper. It's got a room named after him. It's reported that John Wayne was the first person to see a ghost at the hotel. He said that he saw it in his room. This was in the late 50s. And he said the spirit was friendly, just made a brief appearance and then was gone. In the 70s, reportedly 3 bank robbers that had just robbed a bank in Flagstaff near the hotel decided to hide out and have a drink at the hotel lounge. One of them had been shot apparently during the robbery, and it's reported that he died there in the lounge. He didn't realize, I guess, how bad his wound was, and he just died there having his drink. And his ghost is said to be one of the spirits that haunts the hotel. There is supposedly the spirit of a bellboy. He's reported to be in room 210, which is the Zane Grey room. The second floor is supposedly a place of a lot of spirit activity. Reportedly in the early 80s, in room 220, there was some eccentric long-term boarder there who was known to hang raw meat from the chandelier, which sounds very strange. But anyway, he later died in his room, and his body went several days before it was discovered. Today, guests report hearing coughing and other noises from that room when it's empty. In the Gary Cooper room, guests have reported feeling watched, which is a common thing in spooky places. It's also reported that 2 prostitutes were murdered in this room by being thrown out of a window. In room 305, the ghost of there's a ghost reported being seen sitting in the rocking chair. It's supposed to be the ghost of an old woman, and it's said that if the cleaning staff moves the chair the next day, it will be back where it was, next to the window. So this was supposedly a pretty active place, so we were looking forward to investigating there. We had been there earlier when we were first getting started as a group. It was back, I think, in 2009, and I'm going to put some EVPs that we captured at that time in that room 306, which I think is the Gary Cooper room where those prostitutes were said to have been thrown out the window. We picked up some interesting EVPs, and I'm going to play those in this video. So stand by, here we go. If I remember correctly, this is what, 12 and a half years ago. Anyway, when we went to Monte Vista in 2009, and we picked up those EVPs. We were in room 306, which is the Gary Cooper room. Now, I had had dreams. It was the first time this was starting to happen to me, so I was still trying to figure out what was really going on. But I had had a dream of this young woman, and the name I got was Jilleen, Jilleen. And all I got was that she was at this hotel and that she needed some help. So that's all I had coming into this. So I'd shared that with the rest of the team, and we were trying to make contact with her. I didn't know if she was one of the ones that was, one of the prostitutes that reportedly had gotten thrown out of the window and killed. I don't even know if that's a real story. It could just be legend. We haven't found anything to confirm that. At least I haven't. But I wasn't really sure who she was, but we were trying to make contact with her. And you're going to hear us in that room. You're going to hear Liz trying to make contact with her. And Liz ends up going into the bathroom because we were there with other groups, and there was several of us in there talking in the room, and she couldn't hear. And you're going to be able to tell from this audio that we had people in the background making chatter. So, it wasn't the best of controlled situations. But so she went into the bathroom. That's where we had heard the noise earlier. So that's why she went in there, was to try and see if maybe she could make contact with her in there and also get away from the talking in the room. Anyway, here's the audio.
This is Liz. I'm in Michael's bathroom at the Monte Vista in the Gary Cooper room. It's 11:27. The noises that are in the bathroom, can you make another noise? Or Jolene, can you speak to us? You can hear them listening to the recorder in the other room. Make a noise in the bathroom. Oh, they're on the walkie-talkie. Make a noise. Okay, I'm going to stop it. You're not going to make a noise while I'm in here. It's 11:47 in the bathroom again. Is your name Jillian? Can you tell us why you're needing help? What's happening to you? Can you tell us who's hurting you? Talking to this contraction, this recorder, this device. Hear a train going by. They're talking in the other room. We need you to tell us what happened to you. Who hurt you? Their name. Something. So we can help you. Can you make a noise in the bathroom? Were you hiding in the bathroom?
Yeah. Okay, maybe she's lying down somewhere. What's the dying?
Did you live here at the hotel? We know your last name's Truman. Did you work here? Were you a maid? We can't help you if you don't talk to us. You reached out to Michael, so you need him to help you. Okay, I'm going to stop it and see if you talk to us again.
So we were there in 2009, and in that room, that Gary Cooper room, room 306, we captured those EVPs, and that is supposedly, reportedly, the room where those prostitutes were kind of imprisoned and then killed by throwing them out one of the windows. So it makes me wonder, because whoever that voice was of that guy, you know, was he just somebody who was there at the time? Was he one of the girls' Johns, or was he the one who killed them? But it's interesting that he used the word Jezebel. It makes me think that, yeah, maybe there was something to that prostitute story. And maybe this lady that was asking for help was one of those prostitutes. Who knows? You know, I mean, there's no way to really know, but that was in 2009, in that room. What we picked up in our recent visit in September of 2021, we're in a different rooms, right next door, room 305, but what we got was different, as you'll see.